Do you consider yourself a queen or a princess? Let me tell you, princesses are little girls, queens are women. So if you want to consider yourself a queen, then there is going to be a mindset shift that you have to acquire in order to become a queen. Okay. Now listen, a queen is someone that you can develop into. Okay, it's a mentality that you have. Your mannerisms, your actions, your behaviors, your tactfulness, everything about you just exudes queen energy. Now, you can develop this type of mentality at any given time. At any given time. Now, it does not matter what age you are. You could be a young queen or you could be an older queen. It does not matter. As long as you have this mentality and you exude that energy of a queen, you are a queen. But when it comes to being a princess, you think princesses are little girls, but sometimes what you can have is you can have grown adult females that still have that princess mentality within their spirit, within their mindset. And they may be an adult, they may be grown, but their mentality is still very young minded and they have a lot of that princess energy. So, what exactly does that mean? What is the difference between a princess and a queen? Well, let's go ahead and go into it. So, I have a few notes written down here. So, you're going to see me referencing these just to help with the flow of this video. So first I want to talk about a princess feels entitled, the queen is empowered. And I said that the princess, she expects for people to cater to her every will and command. Now, when you're dealing with the princess, she will be the type to she's kind of the type to boss people around. Oh, go do this for me. Go do that. Go do this. But a queen knows that even if she would like someone to do something for her, she is not demanding. She asks for people to do stuff. She has a humble spirit. And she will say, hey, would you mind doing this for me? Hey, can you go over do this? Hey, would you like to? She asks. She's respectful. She's kind and genuine when she is addressing someone else. She does not feel entitled for people to do things for her. But if she needs something or if she wants something, she will humble herself and ask. While the princess feels entitled and will demand and kind of gets upset if no one does it for her. Now, a queen is empowered, okay? She knows that she is well equipped to go get whatever it is that she wants, and she goes after it herself. She does not wait around for someone else to do it for her. She does not wait around for someone to rescue her or save her. She does not feel the need to have someone do things for her when she knows that she has everything she needs within herself to achieve what she wants, to get what she wants, and she goes after it to get it herself. She is empowered by her independence. The more independent she is, the more empowered she feels. She does not need an entourage. She does not need a group of people in order to validate herself. She does not need a companion to validate herself because a queen can run her queendom by herself. Uh-huh. Now, in contrast to the princess has this entitled mentality where they expect for people to do things for them. And in some cases, when they want people to do things for them, they may not necessarily ask, they may demand. Or if someone were to ask this princess for help, they may catch attitudes. Well, of course I need you to do that. Well, duh. That's an entitled mentality. Okay. So if you have ever come across any type of lady that is like this, understand that there's a difference in her mindset. That entitled mentality is very princess mentality. feeling that everyone's supposed to cater to her and the world is just on a silver platter, spoon fed. But a queen knows that whatever she wants in this world, she's going to have to acquire it to get it herself. And she does not need someone else to get it for her because she can be the one to build her own queendom. Okay. Next, a princess is self centered and selfish. They are too selfish to the point where everything is all about them and they can care less about others. Now, in a princess mentality, it is okay, of course, to be a little selfish. But if you are selfish while also being self centered, where you feel as if the world just revolves around you and that every single person that comes into your life has to accommodate you in however way that you want them to accommodate you for, that is a self centered and selfish mentality. And the princess mentality will feel as if anybody that comes into my life has to do what I say if you want to be here. Very entitled, once again. Now, the queen, on the other hand, she is selfless and selfish. Now, once again, it is okay to be a little selfish. In fact, we sometimes do need to be a little selfish. In order to preserve our energy, in order to protect ourselves, there has to be a need for us to be a little selfish at times. There are times when we have to not focus so much on everybody else and focus our attention on ourselves because our own personal development is what is most important. That's our own main priority. But a queen is selfish and she's also selfless. She has found herself the balance between the two. But with the princess, is too much on the other spectrum of just too much selfish, too much self centeredness, where there's not enough energy of being selfless. Now, when you are selfish and selfless, you are selfish enough to preserve and protect your energy, but selfless to where they still care for others. And this is the difference between the the princess and the queen, where the queen will still care for other people. She will still respect other people. She will still regard others. She's not dismissive of other people or just brushes people away. She cares for other people. And when she cares for other people, she understands that in giving, giving is receiving. She's very giving. She doesn't just reserve all of her things for herself. She is very giving. Now, a princess would want to hoard everything to themselves while the queen is ready to give. So, if you have ever come across any type of woman, no matter what age they are, if they seem to be a little too selfish, where they think everything is about them, the world revolves around me, and it's all about me, and it's less about other people, and even when they are in the presence of other people, it's all about them, that is a person with a princess mentality. But a woman with a queen mentality, she understands that she can share the glory with other people. She can share the shine with other people. While the princess just wants to shine fully on themselves, the queen understands that everyone can shine, that there's room for everyone to grow. Now, the princess is only I can be on the top. It's the crabs in the bucket. But the queen is we all can shine. We all can be abundant. We all can have what we desire. Now, the queen cares for others and she wants other people to succeed and she isn't envious of other people. Okay, now this next one here. The princess mentality is the immature little girl, while the queen is the mature grown woman. Let's get into that. So, the immature little girl will say or do things that are inappropriate. Just first of all, let's talk about their actions. Their actions can be just a little bit inappropriate in certain settings. And now I'm not going to get into too much detail about that, and it really just depends. But on in certain environments, in certain situations, in certain circumstances, there's a proper protocol and behavior for a person to be. you have to carry yourself a certain way when you are in a certain area. Like, for example, when you are out in public, you have to conduct yourself in a very respectful manner because you want to have enough respect for yourself and also have enough respect for the people around you where there is no disturbances. But if a person is being a little too inappropriate with their behavior, maybe they're being very obnoxious, that's a very princess mentality because what they're doing is they're trying to draw attention to themselves. They want everyone to look at them, they want the shine and the spotlight to be on them, and they have to force their way to get that attention. And other little things that someone can do is, let's say that you are with, let's say you're with a person and you may go out to a restaurant, or you may go to a bar, or just you may go out somewhere. And if this person that you are with is behaving inappropriately, where they are just falling all over the place, where they are just acting so rowdy to a point where it's kind of making you uncomfortable, that's a princess mentality. Once again, trying to draw attention to themselves. They are not as they're not as consciously aware of what they are doing, or if they are aware of what they are doing, they just simply do not care. Because once again, back to that self-centered and selfish, they just care more about themselves and how they feel and what they want to do, and they just disregard how they're making another person feel. Let's continue. The things that they can say just very inappropriate things. They're not very tactful with their words. Now there's ways to say things and there's ways to not say things. That's called being tactful. And if these people, these women are not tactful with their words, and they just say any and everything of however it may sound, and they do not regard another person's feelings, it's a princess mentality. Because the queen knows that she does not have to be as aggressive when she says things. Now, also, the princess can have very inappropriate behaviors, especially when they cannot get their way. You know, the princess will whine, they will beg, they will plead, they will cry, they will throw tantrums. They will not have much control over their emotions when they are upset. Because when a princess acts that way, they think that if they throw this tantrum, if they whine, if they plead, that someone would just give in and give them what they want. It's a very spoiled bratty mentality. I gotta just say it, call a spade a spade. Now, in comparison to the queen, when the queen does not get her way, she is understandable. She's fine. She doesn't throw a tantrum. She just accepts what it is what it is, and she moves on. But when the princess does not get what they want because they are so self-centered and selfish, and they are entitled and they expect to get what they want, if they do not receive what they want when they want it in the manner that they want it, then they will throw tantrums, they will whine, they will beg, they will plead, they will do whatever it is that they feel necessary in order to receive what they want. Sometimes they cannot take no for an answer. You tell them, no, I'm not doing this, and then they'll continue to, please, 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 can you? No, no. Next, we have the mature grown woman is the queen mentality. Now, the queen, she is very tactful with her words. Now, there are different ways that you can say something. Now, for example, just a quick example, when you look at someone that is more slim, being tactful with your words is not saying, oh, you're a twig, you're a toothpick, you're super duper skinny. A queen will understand, yes, you're on the slimmer side, you're petite, you're thin. Tactful with your words, to not say anything that could possibly offend someone or degrade someone. They are also gentle with their tone. Sometimes princesses can be just a little too loud, wanting to have that attention just drawn to them. But the queen realizes that she doesn't need to be super duper loud in order to have a presence in the room, because her presence and energy is enough. She's very gentle with her tone, and she's very careful and responsible with her actions. She's mindful of her words, she's mindful of her behaviors, and she's mindful of her actions towards herself and towards others. Now, at times, a queen may slip up, They may have their emotions may get the best of them, but in that moment, the queen can realize, I am being too much right now with my emotions. I'm being aggressive. I need to calm down and to stop. And they stop. Next, the queen is also very patient and understanding, and she's very calm when things do not go her way because she understands that she is not entitled to anything. She isn't entitled to anything. So if things do not go her way, she's okay. She's fine. She accepts that it is what it is. She accepts the reality of the situation. And she knows that, you know, can realize that maybe some things are just not meant to be. Or if they are meant to be, then maybe it's just not the right timing. Maybe there's something better. Maybe there's another timing for this to happen. She's very optimistic. She isn't the pessimist to think it's never gonna happen, but she's very optimistic, but she's also very hopeful to know that what's meant for her will happen. And if things don't go her way, minor things do not go her way, she does her best to keep her composure in those moments. She will stay as calm as she can. If, like, let's say she's at a restaurant and she's ordered some food, and let's say the food has taken several minutes to come out, and other people that have ordered after her have already gotten their meals. Instead of her creating a scene and getting super mad, she's understanding and placing herself in the worker's shoes, using her empathy and saying, you know what, it's a lot of orders right now. My order is still up on that screen. They're going to get to mine. I will be fine. I can sit here. I can be patient. Now, if she waits a little too long, then of course she will approach them and say, hey, I just wanted to just check on this order. Is it ready yet? And she's very calm. She's very tactful. Now, on the other hand, the princess mentality can get a little rowdy, can throw a tantrum, can get a little upset because things are not going their way, and they will create a scene. They will get obnoxious. They will get a little too aggressive if that happens. And the queen knows that she must conduct herself in a very mature, poised, elegant manner at all times. But the princess at times will not conduct herself in this manner. She will not conduct herself as elegant or as poised at certain times. She will allow herself to just let loose and just in certain areas, especially if the area is where the environment is not appropriate for said behavior. So when you have the immature little girl versus the grown woman, it's the difference between the princess and the queen. Next, and then the last one, the princess competes and compares, while the queen compliments and agrees and acknowledges. So the princess will compare herself to others, and she's in competition with other women. The whole crabs in a bucket mentality. If one woman is getting the spotlight, then the princess mentality will do whatever it is that she can in order to take the attention off of that girl or that other woman so that the attention and spotlight is on her. Or in other cases, she may feel envious of the fact that someone else is having the attention, someone else is doing something better than her, someone else has more than her. She is constantly in competition with others because she expects to have the best of the best at all times, at all things, and that no one else can have better than her. And if she sees that someone else is doing something or more skilled at something, she will feel threatened by this other person. Also, the princess will tear others down so that the other person will not outshine them. They will say certain things, give like the princess mentality can give another woman that she's envious of a very backhanded compliment. She can say something that is a little just too rude or like it's very passive aggressive because she's trying to belittle this woman, and she's trying to make herself feel better and seem superior by putting another woman down. So the princess mentality is, in order for me to be up here, I have to put others down in order to get up, in order to remain my status. But the queen, on the other hand, realizes that I can be up here at this level. And if another person is up here at this level, then boom, we're both at this level. There is no competition. There is no room for competition because there's so much room for everyone up here on this level to achieve what they want to achieve. Now, the queen, she compliments, she agrees, and she acknowledges. Now, acknowledge. The queen can acknowledge the good in another woman. She can acknowledge the talent in another woman. She can acknowledge the skill. She can acknowledge the beauty in another woman, and does not have to compare herself to. It does not have to compare herself to this other woman. You know, sometimes the princess can say, "Yeah, like you're so beautiful, but I'm beautiful too." But yeah, you're just so beautiful, and but I'm beautiful too. But the queen is, you are just a very beautiful woman, without even referencing herself, because the queen is humble. She already knows how she feels about herself. She's already content. She's already secure within herself, and she doesn't need to bring herself up when bringing up another woman. She could just freely bring up and build up another woman because there's no competition. What are some great qualities of a queen? One, a queen is independent. She has her own things, her own money, her own whatever. She has everything of herself. She is independent. She's independent to where she does not need, and she is not dependent on someone else to supply what she needs, because she can go out and get this on her own, do this on her own. She is not dependent on anybody for anything. She knows that everything that she needs, she has it within herself. She's also very confident within herself. And you know, confidence is silent and security is loud. She's a very, very confident woman, and she's very confident within herself, with who she is, with her. She's confident in her appearance. She's confident in her qualities and her gifts. She doesn't need to go brag about herself because she realizes that her actions and her energy speaks much louder than her words. She's very content and secure with who she is. She is herself in all settings and all circumstances, no matter who she is around. She does not need to be a different person in order to fit in with a group. She is 100% authentically and unapologetically herself. And if people do not accept her, then she realizes that these people are not for her, and she will get up and politely excuse herself. She does not feel the need to have to be a different way in order to be accepted by someone else, because the only opinion that truly matters to her, that she truly values, is hers and God's. That is it. A queen is also very kind. She's not a nice girl, but she's a kind, strong woman. She's generous. She's genuine. She's real, and real is rare. She is compassionate. She is empathetic. She places herself in other people's shoes and feels what other people can feel, and she offers them compassion. She offers people grace. She is forgiving. And most importantly, she has a humble spirit. She is very humble, very, very humble. She does not need to, once again, brag about herself, and she does not need to boast about any of the things that she has accomplished or anything that she does, because there's no need for external validation when she validates herself internally. She's also very mature. She's emotionally mature and emotionally stable. And she does not take out her anger and frustrations on other people. She has much control over her emotions. And she takes other people's feelings into consideration. Be a queen.